Today on the campaign trail here on Ghanaweb TV, we're taking a tour to the Afram Plains constituency. But currently, I'm at South, that is Adorso, where we join the pontoon. That's the pontoon behind me. You can see it loading the cars for us to cross to the other side. So by the time we cross, we'll be getting to Amafrom, that is Afram Plains South. But this time around, we're concentrating on Afram Plains North. We'll be speaking to the Member of Parliament for the NDC in charge of the Afram Plains North in the person of Betty Krosbi. We'll be interacting with her constituency. We want to see some of her achievements and her 8 years in office, what she's been able to do for her community. Join me as we board this pontoon. It's my first time actually. First time in South, first time going to join a pontoon, first time crossing over to Afram Plains. I promise you, it's going to be an exciting journey. Let's go. Have you ever boarded a pontoon before? It's quite an experience. We are currently on board, traveling from Adorso to Amafrom in Afram Plains South. The crossing took us 30 minutes. As you can see, there are about 15 cars on this pontoon, which is the only means of transport to cross the lake to the other side. This is the landing site for the pontoon. We'll all be getting down here to continue our journey to Afram Plains North. This is Amafrom, a community in the Afram Plains South. As you can see, the cars are moving. We've just arrived at Amafrom and are continuing our journey to Afram Plains North. The drive on this deplorable road has been challenging. We finally arrived at Donkor Krom in Afram Plains North. Now, let's speak to some residents to learn about the challenges they face.
Na ni ayefemwa chese eha ye pa ye kwan. Me gidi se wa wo fa so yi. Won se wa bre. Aha ye kwan ni die no kware. Enye nti opemfo fa so kra ni nyinsen etimi sei. Nti ahwe se nkombe ye kwan na maye. Na me yesim tres terebia eniama no wo kra fi nkokọ aka kwan ni nti na niama ne boa edin. Desi align ni 6 cedi obi se ne boa edin. Nti ode ade ne beba na egu ho. On person obepam mpo oni ska ode bepam. Nti anu ye challenge kese ma yen. Na afi nso no aha ye nto ade. Ade to enni ha sisi. Aye ti se bayre sisi yen Afram principal ye to bayre ba ko 20 cedis. Anka first Afram Plains 20 cedis no benya bayre 5 6 sisi aha se niama sesa wa aha isa kwan na enye nti en crofom person mo de niama ebeba menya hu ade kase bia wa ye eche nanso mate se nanzen no ocheche nkonwa ma schools a omunni nkonwa omunni destiny ade na ocheche ma ocheche sa nkonwa ne ma na bi wo nso akuafo timi bo Wellington boots ne nsekan se ye hu nsakraye foforo se ne wa sha asi se oto abibi so ekone ne mu dia obetimi asan atranso.
Our road is not in a good shape. In fact, you can't use saloon car on the road from Eche to Agodike. You either use motorbike, V8, or Land Cruiser pickup. But with saloon car, no. Because before you go and return back to Umpraiso or Nkoko or wherever you are coming from, you have to send your car to mechanics for maintenance. Okay. Either your shocks will spoil or your air condition will not be working again because it's beyond a pothole. It's not manhole. So, in fact, we are playing with the government. So I believe that when she's voted into power, she can do best. And when NDC comes to power, she can do very well. Because there has been cheap compounds around. You go to Abotanso, there's a cheap compound. When you go to the islands, I think Adorso, he's putting up a cheap compound over there. You go to... In fact, she was even the person who lobbied the E-block to Mim Chemfre. So honestly, for her, she's doing well. From opposition, I think she's doing well. If the people will be so appreciative, she should retain it, or they should retain her. Okay. Because working from opposition is not easy.
Afram Plains as a whole, the main challenge okay. Because I have farming community. They say I'm market and the crowd could not or because only found a far product no how won't mean could drew. The boy acquires will be on a car memory. Into a high pa into the and the crank a mobile and Tamanka markets. The whole Donkor Krom from here to Nsuona an island phone in our babets, Nipaka grabbing a no market, or because of bar product and auto ultimate fanco. Into farmer and so ye a normal nase, Oman Betoa, Obiuna Aka. In the bias number, all because of the road. Yeah, Hansen in the me area there. A Juma me MP, yani, ye bridge be a boo, or boy, am I DC money now by in Riani, Chucha Goo money at the Anemwa. That was me found last year, no. But we no free money, dear, me dear. Dear me, man, who we no free money, me mean saying who be a wire or Donkor Krom to Ademra, Ecosia Manqua Road, no. Me who be a wire or
So the tour still continues, and this time around, I find myself in a hairdressing salon here at Donkor Krom, and I have the madam here. Me pacho problems being partner wo Donkor Krom ha.
Yo, me pacho problem ni di kan ye kwan. Madam ye kwan nya kra. Yes ramo. Sambadu ma ye kwan ya ma ye ho beto yen. Ye ho beto ye pa na ye to so mienu. Wo hwe ye nso ye dida ho nso dida rano ha. Ye pa but a kwan nti mi mfa bi nko ba bia nti ye besre say na ejuma nso nka emra ha na youth ni nya bi nye ejuma ni ha nti youth no e okada nko ano mo ye wa ha ene ade nti ye besre mo sa ban ti ye nka Afram Plains ye mobo asa de ye nka Ghana kra ho no kreni na ye kwan ne na ye ade challenges e ha ye pa. Oh, obi si kwan so sesi a so ye kwan na ma ye de a ye beto ama no me a me gina we me si this ye me nto aba because me hu ade papa me to me ni de me te ai e bia ne kwan ya ye kan sister sa wo ya rekra na so ko hospital e de si kwati bia wonyem kura obeduru na nyinsen na sei enti nie on be ya ma am motivate me a me de beto aba no wo do mo fa ayinsi kwan so mo start aye kwan ye beto aba.
Aha na kwa say a island ye wonsuo mfini but most of the times ye pantu na echi ida echi ana agodeke etimi say it is at least obetumi aye bridge o dey say ye kwan ne kwa na onye kwa na obetumi aye bridge kwa to nsuo ni so ana say pantu no ekita 2 engines but ye say ba kope ene de ko at times o kwa etimi say esi nsuo ni so it is obetumi asesa pantu no ana say ombeye bridge amaya ke no so Ebebo apa me I've made up my mind say abane de me kwa mento because ya to abasa ye hu me ye wo me okrom ha aha na matena aha na maware aha na mawo bibia okrom ha said ye tie no sa na tie ye hu improvement bia na me started to aba no there is no one day no one single day amen ko to abada de bia me to into this year dear ma making me mind say me who improvement be a previous years na matter no into mentor ababi.
Yes, 8 years ago I can see things are going normal, but this year from let's say 6 years ago everything is difficult, everything is expensive here and we are suffering for work, we are not getting work for here. It's 4 years now we are not doing our road for us, see. And there's no work in the farm place. If you get a work, unless you go and buy a motorbike, it's not a work. the police are like, they are forcing us to go and do our lances and kind of things. So we are suffering.
I don't see any kind of development or any changes in it. NDC scheme 8 years after, we see nothing. They were promising, documented a lot of things they will be doing. We are not seeing anything. MPP too came almost 8 years now. We don't know what is good. Are we voting or we are not part of the voters? We don't know. So me, I will say it's better go Afram Plains North District. We should stop election of politician aspect so that we'll be free. And we should look for our own job and we know that we are depending on that job. That will be better for us. Okay.
Honorable, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
8 years in Parliament.
I know.
How has the journey been so far?
So far, so good, I must say. And let me use this opportunity to welcome you to my beautiful city.
Afram Plains.
Afram Plains North. This is a region on its own.
Yeah.
A lovely place, lovely people, good, great food, a lot of opportunities, resources that all in the end needs to be enhanced and established. So yes, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Indeed, my first time in Parliament was in 2017. I won the 2016 elections to represent my people with the vision and the objective of bringing development to the people of Afram Plains. Of course, I'm sure you have taken the opportunity and the pain to go around, and I am certain you have observed the deplorable nature of, I'll call them the basic infrastructure within the district. If you look at our road network, the lack of teachers, the lack of educational infrastructure, the lack of health facility, and the likes in the district, you come to realize that there's a lot of work that needs to be done. So I would say so far so good. We have been able to extend some sort of support and assistance to the people, not forgetting the fact that we have been able to project for the attention of the general public and the government, for them to appreciate the challenges and the needs of the constituency. I think for me, that is my take home.
Okay.
Because as a member of parliament, there's little to nothing I can do. But the focus has been to project and to let government and other stakeholders appreciate the challenges, the needs, and the possible interventions that we can all do to promote development within the district.
Okay. So why politics and why Afram Plains North?
Yes.
Why not South? Why not East? Why not Accra?
Why not Accra?
Yes.
Yes. To be honest with you, Afram Plains is my home.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
okay.
Afram Plains is my home. I was born and bred exactly in Donkor Krom
here.
Okay. My mother, the late Madam Grace Krosbi Mensah, and my father, this is where they met.
Okay, sure.
And my father happens to be the first MP for the Afram Plains North. He actually came, settled here, and worked here. And he met my mother.
On the ticket of the NDC or MPP?
On the ticket of the NDC.
Then let me just say, you've taken over your father. You've taken over from him.
Sometimes I wouldn't totally agree with you. I think that I am on a journey of my own, but to some extent I would say that probably as a daughter to a politician, I am inspired by what he did. I am inspired. I'm inspired. Yes. So yes, that is how come I decided to contest. Being a native of this district, seeing the lack of development within the district, I felt that as a very forceful woman who sees development as the bedrock of every society, felt that I could also add my voice to attract the needed attention to the district. And basically that is why I decided to contest. And the people supporting and believing in my vision decided to vote for me.
I can see you are preparing to go to the islands, but I want to find out what has been your greatest achievement ever since you decided to represent the people of Afram Plains North?
Sincerely, I wouldn't want to boast of much because there's a lot that needs to be done.
Okay.
If you look at the various challenges, as I earlier on stated, there's a lot to be done. But in the meantime, I must say that I have been able to draw the needed attention.
Okay.
Previously, we've had the experience of NGOs coming here under the pretense of rescuing children on the lake and taking our children to places that we have no knowledge of. I have been able to stand firm for the general public to know that yes, in as much as we might have some challenges pertaining to issues of trafficking, that is not an absolute situation. I believe sincerely that if communities are developed, if the needed infrastructure, the basic amenities are served to those communities, such issues will be, a thing of the past. And so those are some of the things I will call my greatest achievements.
Okay.
In fact, being able to sensitize the people on their basic rights, being able to encourage them to make demands of and hold governments accountable. It's something that I pride myself in. But not forgetting the fact that I've also been able to extend some support in terms of bringing quality health care to their doorsteps. Indeed, we have one major health facility, which is the Donkor Krom Krosbi Hospital, that serves over 1,000 communities.
Okay.
I say 1,000 communities because it serves both the Afram Plains North, which hosts 575 communities, and the Afram Plains South, which also have over 300 communities. And so altogether, this one Krosbi Hospital is serving this number of population. I felt that it was woefully inadequate. So in my capacity as the Member of Parliament, I have been able to complete 3 CHIP compounds.
Okay.
We have completed one on the Dwarf Island, that is Adamupe, to be precise. We have completed one at Fasubato, which is not too far from Afram Plains South. We have completed one at Abotanso and handed all these various health centers to the Ghana Health Service. Okay. And I'm proud to say that they are currently filled with Ghana Health Service staff and they are providing health services to the community. So I think that it is an area I pride myself in. Okay. Another area, of course, the challenges are many.
Yeah.
Out of the 575 communities, we have less than 80 communities that are established with basic schools. And so it means we have almost 400 plus communities with no schools. And so the vision is to bring some level of education closer to the doorsteps of the people. So from 2017, we started the operation building pavilions for these communities.
Okay.
And recruiting community teachers.
All the 500 communities?
Not all. We were able to start with 21 pavilions in different communities and recruiting community teachers to support those schools. However, I would say that it wasn't sustainable because being as an MP with limited resources, it became very difficult to be able to pay the teachers for their services. And so we have written letters to the Ghana Education Service. And if you follow my page, you realize that there are a number of times I have called on the Minister for Education to at least, if for nothing, post teachers to our various communities. We have a teacher deficit. Out of the 80 communities, we have more than 513 teacher deficits. So yes, education is absolutely a challenge. And I believe that when the human resource is developed, that is the beginning of development in general.
Honorable, your constituency is large.
Very
Unfortunately, it's all across the lake, because you mentioned the Dwarf Island.
That's true.
One island to the other. That's all of them included. All of them make up the 575 communities. How do you bring development to all of these people? Because right now, I know you're going to the Dwarf Island. you've packed your trucks to go visit each and every one of them and their communities. How do you ensure development reaches all?
Patricia, I would say that is how come I appreciate the likes of you showing interest and coming here so that you can highlight the many challenges, because I'm just an individual.
Yeah.
Like I said, I continue to throw lights on the challenges, the needs, the plights of the people. So it's up to benevolent organizations, citizens of this country, governments, institutions to do their part. And then the rest of us will continue to give our support. The little that I can do as a member of parliament is what I'm doing. Building pavilions, building health centers. Currently, I'm supporting them with agriculture, farming inputs. I'm supporting communities with plastic chairs. I'm giving them learning materials such as exercise books, reading books. And, you know, the few that I can, within my means, extend to them. But I would say that it's absolutely not enough to really move the people from their current situation to a better situation. Of course, we want to build a better community. We want to build a better society. And so if you leave it in the hands of one person, then of course we cannot achieve much. But I would say that whilst we are doing this, I am very certain that both governments and individuals who are interested in really seeing to the well-being of our country will also extend.
Before I let you go, your we joined a pontoon to Amafrom, and I realized that the 105-kilometer road is in a deplorable state. Your people said you promised them that you were going to make sure that that road is fixed, but unfortunately they're not seeing anything. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, Patricia, that's a very interesting question. And coming from you as a media person, I'm sure you know the roles and responsibilities of members of parliament. But I would say that in the year 2016, the NDC tailored the Afram Plains North. Exactly, I think on the page 56 of the NDC manifesto, that the Afram Plains roads from Amafrom to Agodake was going to be constructed. And as a candidate on the ticket of the NDC, that was my message. Believing very much that once the NDC is elected into office, then it's something that was doable, or we could all work hand in hand to ensure that the roads were constructed. Unfortunately, the NDC lost power in 2016, giving a chance to the MPP administration to come to government. Indeed, I continued my bidding, persistence, advocacy, calling on the minister, and finally, a loan to the tune of 350 million euros was approved for the construction of a bridge on the Afram River and extension of roads to nearby communities. It was later on the minister came out and said that the funding was not coming and that the complementary budget, which was about $92 million that was received, was being extended to construct the Adorso Konongo bypass. Of course, we spoke about it. As a member of parliament, that is all I can do. It is up to the executive arm of government to execute. And so if the executive arm of government feels that the Afram Plains is not their priority, there's little or nothing.
But before the main thing was they were supposed to bring that here to construct the road, and
if
they diverted it.
Archives or the Hansard Department of Parliament from 2021, this were some of the arrangements and bills. It was an Exim Bank, African Exim Bank loan that we actually had an agreement approved, and to date, this is the situation that we are faced with. I would say that, yes, out of the 575 communities, I have over 222 on the island. So it's not just the Dwarf Island. The Dwarf Island hosts a total of 118 communities. And we have the Duja Island. The Duja Island also hosts a total of 86 communities. And so we have other communities that are also on the lake, but they have been classified as inland because the place is being zoned into 3. Afram Plains in totality is a 1/3 of the eastern region. So you just cast your mind back. If currently we have a total of 33 constituencies in the eastern region, and 1/3 Afram Plains.
Yeah.
Then that gives you an idea of how huge the place is, with majority of the population being settled on the land, on the islands and on the lake. And so basically I think that government in general is not doing their best. I don't even think that, because my first time in Parliament, what I did was to highlight the situation of Afram Plains and other riverine communities, and yet nothing was done about it. So I sincerely think that government as an institution is not even aware of the situation of Afram Plains. So we will continue to push, we'll continue to speak about it.
To make sure your voice is
we'll
heard in Parliament,
to advocate
to represent
and
your
make sure
people.
that exactly
Yeah.
we represent our people to the best of our abilities.
Finally, before I let you go, do you believe your people will retain you come in these upcoming elections?
I wouldn't want to say I'm overly confident, because sincerely I believe I have served my people. If you have the opportunity to meet with like-minded people, my regional executives, they will tell you that within the Eastern region we have a total of 8 MPs on the ticket of the NDC.
Okay.
And they will attest to the fact that I am their best MP in terms of my ability to deliver. Again, because of the nature of the constituency, everybody is looking at the road and the road network. But believe me or not, I don't know how many MPs have been able to build 3 chip compounds within a period of, say, 7 years. I don't know how many MPs have been able to build 21 pavilions. And as I'm talking to you, we have 3 classroom units that is under construction. One is at the, we have roofed it. We are yet to do the doors and the floor. But we have also started additional 2 in Avukope and Salepe that we are believing that at least we have molded the blocks before the year comes to an end. Okay. We should start building those classrooms. So yes, in terms of representation, I think that I have done my part. I have given my best. My mandate has been served to the best of my abilities. And so surely I am sure my people they have the confidence in me to deliver. And most importantly, when the NDC is back in power, which I'm sure in 2025 the NDC is coming, most of our challenges will be addressed. And so, of course, they can't afford to lose Betty Krosbi Mensah.
Thank you, Honorable Krosbi Mensah. It's been an honor sitting with you.
Nice,
and I wish you all the
you.
best in the
Thank
upcoming
you.
election. It's still the campaign trail here on Ghanaweb TV, and we're continuing our tour in Afram Plains North. Honorable Betty Krosbi Mensah's constituency. This is an NDC stronghold. But today we are at Abotanso. It's part of her constituency. And this is one of the many chips compound that she has built. And we'll be going in there to speak to the doctor. I can see the place is empty. I don't know what's happening. There are not many patients there today. Almost empty. So let's go inside to speak to the doctor in charge. Let me know if this chip compound is really helping the indigents here. Let's go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Bye.
My name is Patricia. Please, what's your name?
I'm Emmanuel Akwa.
Dr. Emmanuel Akwa.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
please.
Okay. So this is Abotanso, right?
Yes, please.
And this chip compound was built by Honorable.
Betty.
Yes. How long has it been here?
It's been here for about 5 years now.
5 years.
Yes,
Oh, okay. I can see a lot of folders here.
Yeah.
Apart from the major hospital, that's the Krosbi hospital,
Yeah.
this is the second one that helps the people here.
Yes, please.
So how many people do you see in a day?
About 10 people.
10 people in a
Yes,
day.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay, okay. And the nurses, or you're the same person, you're in charge here, you do
there are
everything.
a lot of nurses here. We are about 5 nurses.
5 nurses, okay.
Yeah, we have 1 midwife.
Okay,
And then 2 enrolled nurses.
okay.
Yeah, some of them on leave. The midwife is also on maternity leave. So I'm the only one left taking in charge on their behalf. We conduct emergency delivery. We have been taught how to conduct emergency delivery. So
Okay.
I will do my best. If in case it beyonds me, then I refer the person to Donkor Krom
Okay.
Krosbi Hospital.
Okay.
We will call for the ambulance or any. If the person can sit on a motor tricycle, we call for it and then we transport the person to the hospital. At times, most of the clients here, some of them they have serious BP cases. At times they will come here and then their BP will shoot to, let's say, 200, and then that's the systolic will be 200 plus and diastolic 100 plus, and then they will be almost convulsing. So we have to transport them to Donkor Krom.
Okay.
I'll look out for the one who is doing the massive work.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. And then I'll look at it that when I vote, I won't waste my vote.
Yeah.
I'll vote for the one who is bringing impact to our area. GM has been a president before, and he has done a lot for Ghana and then so many constituencies. So looking at what he did in the past, we also believe that he can do more than what he did. So he can be an option.
He can be an option,
Yes,
but you don't think he'll be the main. He's just.
Oh.
What of Baumia?
Baumia, all are good, but you know when it comes to certain key things like this, we know whom we vote to. We've heard that he has built not only this chips compound, he has built about 3 of them at places that I've heard of it, but I haven't been there. But my colleagues who are working there are telling me that it was through her that chips compound came into existence.
Okay. So we just spoke to the doctor at the chips compound at Abotanso, but I have another resident here. Afram Plains North says here, and I say Abotanso hano. Problem titru ben pa ne wo ha. Obesanka like penyifu hu anase wo empini hu no ye hu adwuma.
Okay, Abotanso de nka problem we wo ho na se bia light asem. Because
ahamuni light.
Omuni ye ni light.
Hey.
Ye ni light, but na MP so obeye light no.
Okay.
Ba ya no mo baaye no. So almost say MP ye de na chese.
Me pacho. Wan no mo ne ya.
Me pacho MPP fuo.
E baaye
no.
Okay.
Omo kire se MP ye light ne de na chese omo baaye no mo ambeye omo adwuma. Enti MP de nkrofo bi free Accra baaye be check I have say light problem ye de wa ha sente say MP ye de force MP force ya but MPP for am pene say honorable MP enye de enye light na che so ya o meka say omomre so na
yeah
wa ye light no no omo asisi no kura but wo hwe say omo connect wires ni adent still ogusu gina ne nan so a wo pese oye light na de ye ma Abotanso fu.
It's still a rainy day here. It has been hectic driving all the way from Donkor Krom to Agala through the woods and thick forests with no building in sight on a deplorable road. It's very serious. We are at, as I said, Agala and this is what Honorable Betty is building. There's a 3-classroom block. This used to be their classroom, also in a deplorable state. But she came to the aid of her people to build this, which is still under construction. According to her, she will be done shortly for the people in Agala to start. They wouldn't have to travel all the way from here to Donkor Krom. This will be their main classroom. It's still a rainy day, and the show is still the campaign trail here on Ghanaweb TV. Marco Nkode.
Nkwe Donaro Ntako.
Tako. Oh, okay.
Ntako.
Ntako. Oh, okay. Marco, enkenye amuyaka fudam na mi vivien le Agala Kopo.
Miola mio school. School mele bien school mele. Madabala woni mi akama te wunani.
Okay.
Mi ga pele mu ye be miola mio monya. mo elementi
Yeah.
mo ha mi ba denyeju azon corner man mi school yo kana su forma teachers you mal su ko rigin alo kwa jira scola alo no school mala mola womo kama mola woni mi tas de yo no va teachers you mal school ali mo school mal school ne de yo na be de yo ha bo school yi mal no.
Oh, okay.
Nyambe mama na du jinimi.
Nke jofi, nke jo mama wona mi.
Nyonimio. Me tugbabe ame le pelentira. Nabe te zole nyeji legie.
Okay.
Nabe nyami dibe hana yene yi.
Okay. Okay.
La mo ko be adenyeji.
MP Glomele.
MP bet meduji.
No, okay.
Parliament.
Yo, merci. Mr. Ntako is letting us know that some of the challenges they're facing here at Agala Copper is the building. They want the 3-block building, school building that Honorable Betty has begun. They want it completed so that their children can also attend school. They want teachers here. They want their clinic so that they can also access medical care, as well as the deplorable state of the road. They want it fixed immediately. He believes JM is coming back to power, and I asked why. He says it's because of JM that Betty has been able to locate them to even come and build this for them. So they want JM to continue, as well as bringing much attention to the road for it to be fixed. It's still the campaign trail here on Ghanaweb TV, and today we end our tour in the Afram Plains North constituency, a stronghold of the NDC. In our interactions with them, they made us understand that the road, the deplorable state of the road, is their main challenge, and they're calling on government intervention. When it comes to vote, some are ready to vote. Others have not even made up their minds to vote. According to them, they have been voting for the past years, but have not seen any development whatsoever in this constituency. So they are not ready to waste their time going to queue at the polling stations to vote. The show is the campaign trail, and my name is Patricia Roxanne Hammond. We continue to our next constituency. Until then, be nice to one another.